Good evening, I'm Jeff Hastings. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, the implications of Alberta's new pipeline plan. Corb Lund's anti-coal mining petition fails. And caskets expose the effect of recent heavy rain on an Edmonton cemetery.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Jeff Hastings.
Alberta is closer to building a new pipeline to the west coast after its proposal made it to the Federal Major Projects Office. While construction could start next fall, analysts say challenges are ahead. Some industry watchers tell CTV News they were caught off guard by a new proposed route and funding structure. The line will run alongside the TMX from Bruderheim, just northeast of Edmonton, to a port south of Vancouver. Taxpayers will be on the hook for the large majority of the cost, which could run as high as $43 billion. The federally owned Trans Mountain Corporation will be working with Pembina Pipeline. The latter company is currently the only private partner with a 10% stake. One energy expert says other expansions are less risky for producers.
So they're talking about 2.2 million barrels a day of new pipeline capacity by 8 years from now. We don't have the growth right now to support all of that. And shippers are not going to sign up for 20-year take-or-pay commitments unless they have a high confidence that they're going to be able to deliver that growth.
This project is being blasted by environmental groups as there's still no firm timeline for the Pathways carbon capture project. Leaders in Alberta's separatist movement are calling the new pipeline plan a clear example of a poor investment climate. Some looking to secede from federation believe the government should not be spending taxpayer money on a pipeline. The Alberta Prosperity Project wants the federal tanker ban gone, along with any barriers it believes has made Alberta a place where the private sector does not want to invest. The group believes the Premier made too many concessions to move Alberta crude.
She's not standing up for the people of this province. She doesn't care about any of us, it appears, anymore. All that matters to her is, agreeing with Mark Carney on things, in some form, so that she can make these grand public announcements that in the broader scheme of things don't mean a thing.
A referendum will be held in October on whether Alberta should remain in Canada or begin the process to hold a future vote on separation. Elections Alberta says country singer Corb Lund's anti-coal mining petition has failed. The singer says he's shocked but not surprised as the campaign faced numerous rule changes and roadblocks. Connor Hogg is here now with more. Connor, why was it deemed unsuccessful?
Jeff, Elections Alberta says issues came up when it started to examine the signatures collected by volunteers. It says there was incomplete elector information, invalid dates, and issues with canvasser witness declarations. Some signed the petition more than once, and some either provided invalid contact information, were unwilling or unable to verify that information, or didn't provide contact info at all. Lund says he submitted 205,000 signatures. Elections Alberta says it validated just over 196,000 of those. From there, it verified slightly more than 172,000. To pass, the petition needed 10% of the 1.7 million votes cast in the 2023 provincial election. Elections Alberta says an estimated 5.8% of electors signed the petition. A retired political scientist says the result is upsetting for those who volunteered.
I think it was a surprise and, as I said, probably a disappointment for them. On the other hand, clearly this relieves the Premier of a lot of pressure.
Premier Danielle Smith had previously said the Water Not Coal petition would not appear on this fall's referendum. She said even if it passed, there wouldn't be enough time to add it. Elections Alberta says now that it's finished with the anti-coal petition, it can start checking signatures for the Stay Free Alberta pro-separation petition as soon as it receives court direction to do so. Jeff?
All right, Connor, thank you. Connor Hogg live tonight. The first quarterly payment of a new federal financial assistance program will be hitting eligible Canadians' bank accounts today. The Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit replaces GST payments. For some Albertans, it could be a few $100s up to more than $1,000 per family, depending on how many children you have and your marital status. The assistance is 25% higher than the old program. Ottawa says it's meant to provide relief to Canadians struggling with expenses. Grave sites in a North Edmonton cemetery have been fixed after last month's heavy rain washed away dirt and exposed part of a casket. Evan Kenny spoke with one of the affected families.
Lori Matson visits her dad's and brother's graves at the Holy Cross Cemetery weekly. When she showed up 2 weeks ago, she was heartbroken.
It was on Father's Day I came to pay respects to my father, and I got here to find a great big sinkhole. And I looked down there, I could see my father's urn.
She says it appeared heavy rain had washed away the dirt surrounding the grave. Her brother's casket was also visible. We are not showing them out of respect to the family.
I had a really good cry. It was not something that you expect when you go to a cemetery, whether it's Father's Day or not. It's just a very unusual incident that happened.
Within 3 days of discovering the uncovered graves, the cemetery fixed the issue.
It's an anomaly. This is the first time I've experienced it since I've been here as the cemetery's lead.
It's also the first time he's seen this much water flood the area.
You can see the lake behind me. The amount of rain that we've had has just raised the level.
Cemeteries across the city have been overrun by water.
It's been a lot of work to manage.
The city of Edmonton says at its cemeteries, burial ceremonies have had to be modified because of the rain, but none have been canceled unless families request it. It adds none of its sites have flooded.
It was wet. The ground is probably still wet inches under. It's going to be for quite a while.
Matson hopes other families don't end up in the same situation.
When we have rain like this again, they'll probably come out and check all the graves anyhow, because if it happened once, it could happen again.
The cemetery says it is monitoring the area and has not found any other uncovered graves. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
At least one downtown parking lot is about to become a park as the city cracks down on lots operating without a permit. The city says for almost 2 years it's been encouraging the owners of 113 unpermitted parking lots to apply for permits and upgrade the lots. As of deadline this week, 56 permits have been issued. Councillor Ann Stevenson says council recently approved a rezoning for a surface parking lot on 100th Avenue and 103rd Street to be turned into a park space. She says the enforcement has been a long time coming and the impact is already being felt.
I've certainly noticed a number of surface parking lots being put up for sale. This is a phenomenal outcome. We don't want people just sitting on these properties for forever. We want it to be sold, go into the hands of folks who might be able to make something of it in a much shorter term.
The city says in the coming weeks, inspectors will head to the parking lots and may issue orders for them to stop operating. Penalties for operating a lot without a permit range from $1,000 to $10,000. Time now for a look at weather. Here's Kaylin Mitchell.
Thank you, Jeff. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. Let's start off by taking a look at our almanac for today. So this is for July 3rd, and temperatures, like they have been throughout much of this week, pretty much right on the averages for early July, which means we're nowhere near the records for this date, which is 35 degrees for the high temperature set in 1924 and 1.7 degrees for the low temperature, and that was set in 1949. It was a little bit cooler at this time last year with the high temperature topping out near 19. Sunrise now at 5:11 a.m. and sunset at 10:05 p.m. We continue to lose a couple minutes of daylight here day by day. Taking a look at things on satellite and radar, most of the shower activity is off towards the east of Edmonton, though we do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms popping up in around the foothills. There's still a chance of one of those kind of moving in and through as we continue through the evening hours. The chance of precipitation, though, should become much lower by around midnight. A few clouds, fog patches overnight, and then in the forecast for tomorrow, once again, there'll be a chance of a shower first thing in the morning, and then we should see some sunshine into and through the early afternoon, and then we'll have a returning chance of a shower or thunderstorm late afternoon and through the first part of the evening. More in the extended forecast coming up.
Coming up next, Canada's men's soccer team gets ready to play the biggest game of their career, while Canada's men's rugby team is gearing up for their World Cup.
We're looking forward to exposing ourselves to, nations that are ranked ahead of us.
Programming brought to you by the Alberta Securities Commission. Visit checkfirst.ca. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
The Canadian men's soccer team is getting in one more training session in Texas ahead of tomorrow's match against Morocco. Head coach Jesse Marsh kept practices light before Canada's first ever round of 16 World Cup match. The Moroccans are heavy favorites, ranked 6th in the world. Canada is 30th. TSN analyst Claire Hanna was on Your Morning Edmonton today and says Morocco is going to be a tough opponent.
They're really good. They've got a lot of confidence. They've probably only gotten better, Ken, since that Qatar World Cup, and they are on a 33-game unbeaten streak, which is incredible. Since 2023, they've only lost 3 matches, but I will say 2 of those matches were to South Africa, who Canada just beat in the round of 32.
Kickoff is at 11 a.m. You can watch the game on CTV, TSN, and on Crave. For information on watch parties in Edmonton, head to ctvnewsedmonton.ca for a list. The national men's rugby team is in our city for a new international tournament leading up to next year's Rugby World Cup. There are 2 Edmonton players on the squad who played on a local club growing up. Jeremy Thompson reports.
Introducing the World Rugby Nations Cup.
There's a brand new tournament in international rugby.
The World Rugby Nations Cup and the Nations Championship will bring together the world's top 24 teams divided into 2 divisions.
Canada is set to play 2 matches at Clark Stadium. First up, Spain, Saturday evening.
I think we're looking forward to exposing ourselves to, nations that are ranked ahead of us. That's kind of the cold, hard facts. We got some climbing in the rankings to do.
Canada is ranked 25th in the world to Spain's 17th, a strong test for players like hooker Dewald Kotze, who came to Canada from South Africa as a 14-year-old.
I moved to Grand Cache, Alberta, so small town, had coal mine at a prison there, so not much going on, and I somehow got linked up with the Druids in Sherwood Park.
Powerful, strong individual. He is that now naturalized Canadian that would be a lumberjack.
Peter Houlihan played with, then coached Kotze at the Strathcona Druids Rugby Club, as well as the other local on Team Canada, Brock Gallagher.
Yeah, I'm certain Brock was born at the club. I can't confirm that, but he, his parents, his sister, they're all involved in the club in myriads of ways.
Houlihan says both men still have strong connections to the Druids, stopping by to speak with the youth teams, helping out with training when they can. Meanwhile, members proudly track their careers.
How are they doing in their professional year? When's Brock going to get into camp for this?
For Kotze, it's like another level of home field advantage.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure I'm going to hear some of them yelling from the stands. I'm not too sure what they're going to be yelling, but I'm sure I'll see them out there, and I'm excited to see their faces.
Canada plays Spain Saturday and Portugal the following weekend. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News, Edmonton.
A champion will be crowned this weekend at the Brick Invitational Hockey Tournament at West Edmonton Mall. First up, playoffs, where 2 former NHL players are going head-to-head on the bench. Former LA Kings star Anze Kopitar is with Team Western Selects, while former Islanders and Sabres player Kyle Oposo is with Team Minnesota. The 2 teams played each other in a playoff game this afternoon. The 2 NHLers have played against each other numerous times in their NHL careers. Now they're coaching their sons at the tournament.
It's great. It's nice to have some time on my hands, and you see a lot of ex-NHL players at the rinks. Kopitar's on the other bench today, and just connecting with the guys over a shared bond of hockey. And
Oposo's team beat out Kopitar's team 7-2. The championship game is Sunday. The Brick Invitational features teams of 9- and 10-year-olds from Canada and the United States. More than 30 local businesses are serving up K-Days themed offerings, which come with free tickets. Starting today, you can get 2 or more general admissions K-Days tickets by purchasing one of the featured items. Participating businesses include the Art of Cake with its mini donuts, a Dream Dip cake. If that's not sweet enough for you, maybe this Sky High milkshake from Confections Cake Company will do the trick. Or head to the parlor for a candy apple pizza. If you're craving something salty, Cheese Louise is offering a Donair-themed sandwich. And if you're looking for a little bit of everything, the Butternut Tree has created a full tasting menu inspired by K-Days. Still to come, getting a better view of the bats at the Edmonton Valley Zoo.
We removed some walls, and so the amount of space that they have back there is quite a bit more too.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Filling in for Josh here now with your full forecast is Kaylin Mitchell.
Thank you, Jeff. A note on wildfire smoke to begin our forecast. Well, conditions generally improved when it came to smoke in the province throughout this week. Coming up on Sunday, it does look like we could see some denser smoke return up towards the northeast of Alberta. So if you're up in that part of the province, you may need to monitor for the return of that smoke on Sunday and any impacts it could have to air quality. As we make our way through this evening, there's still a chance of a shower or thunderstorm around the Edmonton area. And then that chance of a shower or thunderstorm basically fades away by around midnight. A few clouds, some patchy fog and mist overnight. There'll be some showers moving out of BC and then getting down into the foothills into the early morning hours of Saturday. That'll bring Edmonton a chance of a shower around 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Showers more likely to the north of the city. And then after that, later Saturday afternoon and evening, isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up around the Rocky Mountain foothills. Those move towards the east, and like they have been throughout much of this week, will bring a returning chance of a shower or thunderstorm late afternoon and evening hours, though the chance of a thunderstorm does look like it's going to be a little bit higher to the south of the city, including in around Red Deer. Here's where we expect temperatures to be by around midnight tonight for the province. Then that is mostly around the low teens. Then the overnight low temperatures, very early morning temperatures for tomorrow, high single digits and low teens around Alberta. Let's take a look at our forecast highs beginning through central and northern parts of the province, mostly high teens, low 20s. We've got that one band of showers making its way through in the morning. And then after that, mid to late afternoon, evening, chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm down through southern parts of the province. Calgary tomorrow, 26 degrees and hotter at Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, both expected to be up into the high 20s. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, beginning first with the city. So there's that lower chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Sunday. We're still expecting to get into a little bit of hot weather coming up next week, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, as a little ridge of heat builds up out of the United States. So we could see some high temperatures reach the high 20s on those 2 days. Likely to cool, though, with a cold front moving through Wednesday night, bringing a chance of showers with it. So that's why temperatures come down for Thursday of next week. And then temperatures will be pretty moderate for this time of the year, near to slightly below seasonable for Friday and for the following weekend, looking mostly like a mix of sun and cloud through that period of time. Jeff.
Thank you, Kaylin. The Edmonton International Street Performers Festival is taking over Churchill Square.
I'll try a little
Street Fest is back this week with 38 artists from around the world. Over the next 10 days, audiences can expect music, comedy, and performances ranging from aerial arts to clowning. The festival is free to attend, with performers using traditional pass the hat to earn their pay.
No admission whatsoever. We do ask that you bring cash down, however, with you. Our performers throw a hat around, and that's how they make their money. So we want to make sure that we're supporting our artists, and you can do it as a family. You can come on down, have a really great time in the sun, hopefully.
Street Fest runs until Sunday, July the 12th, with performances happening daily throughout the festival. Edmonton's free community Green Shack program has started for the summer.
Bring your kids down. Honestly, it's an opportunity. They should know it's an opportunity where they're going to get to know other kids. It's a good social environment, and just know that kids can come and go. It is drop-in, and so kids are free to come and go all throughout the day.
238 Green Shack sites are offering a variety of activities designed for kids aged 6 to 12, though kids of all ages are welcome. The Edmonton Arts Council, Edmonton Public Library, Sport Edmonton have signed on to run activities centered around literacy, active movement, and entertaining performances. The Green Shack program runs until August 21st. The Edmonton Valley Zoo says visitors will now have a better view of dozens of its residents who prefer to hang out in the dark. The zoo's nocturnal wing reopens to the public after a series of habitat upgrades. It's home to more than 90 Jamaican fruit bats. The refreshed space is designed to improve animal well-being and give visitors a better viewing experience.
The new back wall is the upgrade for the bats, as well as the misting system. And then what you can't see is behind those two big concrete trees in there, we removed some walls. And so the amount of space that they have back there is quite a bit more too. And then the lighting as well is an upgrade. That's as much for the people as it is for the bats. Now people can go in there and actually see them.
The nocturnal wing reopens tomorrow. When we return, spending summer break spinning round and round at this track cycle camp.
Being able to have new people come out and learn about the sport and try out the sport allows the community to grow in the bigger picture.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Work is underway at Galaxyland in West Edmonton Mall to replace the amusement park's signature ride. This morning, crews could be seen working to assemble the track for a new roller coaster to replace the Mindbender. Some sections of the multicolored track have already been installed. We've asked West Edmonton Mall for more information. We're waiting to hear back. The Mindbender shut down for good in early 2023 after 37 years of running in its 15-story indoor space at Galaxyland. Some Edmonton kids are going round and round in circles during a new summer camp at the Coronation Park Velodrome. Noah Rashog has more on the cycling community's efforts to expand the sport.
For most of these kids, it's their first time riding a road bike at the Velodrome.
In half a lap.
This track is a little more complicated than a bike ride to school.
It's way more hard than it looks. There's no brakes and your feet are fully strapped in.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Yeah, I like going around the track and like going higher and higher.
This state-of-the-art track opened back in January. The Velodrome is offering summer bike camps for kids ages 11 to 15 years old. The hope is to introduce kids to a new sport.
Being able to have new people come out and learn about the sport and try out the sport allows the community to grow in the bigger picture.
50, okay. 51, yeah. 55, yeah. 60, yeah. 62.
Oh my goodness.
Instructors say camps like this could create future Olympians. Sherwood Park's Kelsey Mitchell won gold for the track cycling sprint at the Tokyo Summer Games in 2021.
Even with our old velodrome that was an outdoor one, we had an Edmonton athlete win a gold medal at the Olympics. You can go as far up as you can.
Mitchell is a two-sport athlete, also competing in bobsledding, something Caitlin Goddard inspires to do. She's a competitive speed skater and is giving track cycling a spin. Although the speed and the slope on the track may look intimidating, Goddard says after the first few laps, it's as easy as riding a bike.
So they both use feet in a way. So in skating, you're skating, of course, you're moving your feet, but in biking, like cycling, you pedal. So it's basically the same way, but different movements.
The camp runs until the third week of August. Noah Rashog, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that is our show. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. CTV News continues right now.